My name is Katie Scherer. I've been coming to Watermark for a little over a year, and I have two daughters, ages almost 10 and 12 in the next couple weeks. So last Sunday when we were listening to Pastor Laren's sermon, and he was giving examples of, for example, a single mom coming in and just hoping and praying that she would find a church that, would be accepting and welcoming, a place where they could feel comfortable. And I said to him afterwards, that was me last year when I started coming here. So our family went through a divorce in 2020, and that was a really hard time for all of us. And at the time, we were attending my home church that I had been attending since I was 16, gotten saved at, very close with the staff and everybody there for so long, and my kids had grown up in that church. They had family at that church, and there was just a lot of stability for them, especially through the time as we were healing after the divorce. We really pressed into our church family. God did make me aware, through that season of change that I wasn't going to be at that church forever, that there would be a time when I would be stepping away to a new place. My life was changing so drastically. And after a couple of years of really being in the safe space and recovering from that period of time and instability, I said to my pastor, our family circumstances have changed. We'd moved out much closer this way. I had just gotten remarried, and our family was now settled out here, and our Sunday mornings looked different than they did before. And God told me gently, it's time to move on and settle and to build roots where you are, and to take our new family to a new church. It was time. And when we were looking for places to go, this Watermark was the first one that we chose. It's so close to home. And this was a really hard transition for my kids. We, again, had just gone through such a traumatic time of change. There was the pandemic and everything. And we had settled and healed quite a bit. But I had to tell them it was time to leave our home church. They didn't understand why, but it really was time. And I really was praying that my girls, who were so stable at their other church, could find a new home church where they could be welcomed, where they would feel secure. So the first Sunday that we came to Watermark, my kids weren't even, on board with leaving our old church. They were definitely very apprehensive. And as I walked in, I didn't know what to expect. Immediately as we walked in, Stephanie greeted us at the kids' counter. And she was so welcoming and, so glad to see us. And I felt really good about, gently telling my kids, all right, go on, Miss Stephanie will take you back. And I walked in and, felt freedom to worship. Everybody was so friendly and accommodating from day one, because there were people that were greeting us with smiles, people that were, looking for my kids. Where are your girls today? Are they here? And I just instantly felt like it was a welcoming and spirit-driven atmosphere. And so we ended up staying here. So while I walked in that first Sunday, I was apprehensive and not sure what to expect. And I was so happy and felt so at peace to walk out that first Sunday, having experienced the feelings that I did have at my home church in a new place. And that was so encouraging to me.